Good day, guys, and welcome back to the channel. Um, so the second Sunday live, and pleased to be back. Last week we were in Taiwan, so we couldn't get it done. I haven't scheduled this one because I'm still getting to grips with how the whole thing works and that. So I don't want to like schedule it and then I'm under pressure to try and meet that deadline when I really don't know what's going on with the Sunday live yet. So I'm just dropping in, and then if you happen to be online, feel free to follow along. Hopefully it's working. If it's not, drop me a comment in the chat. I may or may not be able to pick it up. But yeah, hopefully it's working and we'll see how we get on. First thing to say is like, wow, the rain. I went off to Taiwan, I think 28th of July, and I came back on the 2nd of August and it has been raining non-stop. And last night it was torrential rain. I went down to Walking Street, and first night vlog in Walking Street, and yeah, it was torrential rain, but there was so much flooding. Like if it's just torrential rain, it can't run off fast enough and it floods. But where Walking Street is and that Fields Avenue is kind of elevated slightly compared to where the river is down at the bottom there. So everything eventually runs off. So where we are as well, Mabini Street, so we're not in a flood prone area either. So we seem to be okay. But yeah, just stay safe if you are in one of those flood prone areas, and that we're getting the red warnings coming through. Massive siren comes in on your phone. That happened 2 days ago when I was in the parish church downtown trying to poke my head in with the camera, and then it went beep. So yeah, luckily I was just by the door and managed to sort of walk out, but I don't know how you adjust that. It just comes on the phone. I don't know if it's smart doing it or what. Maybe I can look into that, or if anyone knows, let me know. So yeah, good to be back on the channel. Thanks guys for all the support and the comments. I think we were picking up some speed last time. We were gathering a bit of momentum just before I went to Taiwan, and then I went to Taiwan to meet a couple of friends from China that I've known for a long time. First time in Taiwan, but that's broken a little bit of the momentum, I feel, and it took me a bit of time to get back in the rhythm. We did that lady drink one. I think that was the first one of the first ones, but we'll have a look at the channel in a minute and see how it's going on. Yeah, okay, so I don't know if I think it's all working. It's just that hopefully it's not set to private or unlisted or something like that. Hopefully you guys can join and not just watch it at the end. We'll wait and see. Yeah, so I might as well just hop through this since we haven't scheduled it. I thought we might as well just take a look at that, what I was talking about just now. So this is the status of the channel when we were last on the Sunday live 2 weeks ago. So we just broken past 100 subscribers, which we were happy about. 26 videos, but I think most of those we'd started doing shorts. I just started doing a few shorts. So yeah, early days on that one. 112 subscribers. We'd done that Wolfpack one. That was a good one. And then if we hop on to, hopefully this is going to work now when I do this. Yeah, if we hop on to what the current status of the channel, I'll just refresh that. Yeah, so a 218 we're up to. Oh, so that's like just grown 100, about 100 exactly, was it? I can't remember, something like that in 2 weeks. And we're up to 42 videos, up from 28, but a lot of those were shorts. And I started playing around with a bit of AI. The first one was this one because I wanted to try and recreate, like I really like those old videos that people post from, you know, of the old Angeles. back in the 80s and 90s. So I like to watch some of them. So I was wanting to recreate some of that. So that was the first one. The music's going to blast out on here, so just turn it down. So yeah, it's a little bit tricky to do, but it's quite fun to try and recreate that. And you know, that's where the future's going to be, right? If I don't know if anyone's tried that Apple, what do they call it? The Apple headset, Apple Vision, right? I tried that a few years back in the Apple store. They're so expensive. They're like, I don't know, 100,000 peso or something like, maybe more. Yeah, about 160,000 peso plus, I would have thought. And yeah, but they are incredible, and that's where the future's going, isn't it? You can recreate points in history and perhaps have a walk around and see what it was like. So yeah, that's where the future's heading, definitely. And then we did this one, which I just couldn't get it to work, but I uploaded it anyway. This one we went bowling. That was a bit fun because we just went out for a drive. And we had a walk around town. So we had a drive out on the scooter, and when we got to the bottom of Koreatown by the McDonald's, I think it's Ariat Boulevard, we headed left there, and there's a new sort of Korean mall or supermarket there with a bowling place, and they've also got a skating. What do you call that? Roller skating from the 80s. They got that there as well. I'm not sure if I want to try that though. It could be fun, but I was thinking last time I went ice skating, I broke my wrist. Mind you, that was not last time. That was when I broke my wrist, 2014. So going back quite a way. Not sure if I want to fall over, but yeah, it could be a bit of fun. But yeah, really good to discover that place, and the bowling was a bit of fun. But I think someone's told me that the SM Mall bowling is cheaper than that place. But I'm not sure if SM Mall bowling is open at the moment. We'll have to wait and see. This one, we went downtown just to have a look at the church at night. And there's loads of coffee places around there. And then I looped in a bit of footage onto the AI, and it created this extended video, which was, I thought, quite amusing. Then I did this one. I wanted to try, and I was just messing around. We got these steps in our shoes, cups and t-shirts. So I was wearing it, and I just started at the gate of our house, and then I just made a story up following on to that, basically. So this was me walking out the gate of our house. And then then you could have him walking into modern day Walking Street. So yeah, that was a bit of fun doing that one. I've liked that one. And out of that, a subscriber asked us to recreate a specific type of plane. Now that was tricky because it just kept messing it up. But in the end, I managed to string something together. So those are the shorts. And then these two we just did this morning out of the footage that we got last night from the floods. And they seem to be doing okay. And then, yeah, just looking back. So we came back from Taiwan here. And I was a bit rusty, and there's rain, and I wasn't sure if I could go out in the rain and that. With the camera, but I think the first day back I didn't do it. Then I thought, you know what, we got to go out. So I just went out around the neighborhood, just a quick one, trying to talk about Taiwan, because that is a place that you can go to. It is an option, whether it's the best option or not. It does have a direct flight from Clark, so it is pretty convenient. And there's other stuff to what I did. We stayed in the city pretty much, just had dinners and drinks, and once you get out and around, there's other stuff to do. So it is an option. So I got into that a bit, but I'd lost my Balak Bayon. That was the kick from that one. So I've been looking into how to do the visa for that one. And I'm probably just going to do the 30-day extension at first, the 30-day tourist visa extension. We've got a few issues with doing the spouse visa, like a few things that need correcting and adjusting, and a bit complicated for that one. So I thought there's another option. Someone, I think it was Ray, dropped in the comments like, oh, you can fly to Hong Kong. Someone dropped in the comments. I knew about flying to Hong Kong because it's the most common flight. But I was thinking to stay overnight. But then if you stay overnight, it's getting more and more expensive, right? If you just do a round trip for the two of you, then it can go, you don't have to take a luggage then. You just get a carry bag or whatever. So then that's a cheap option. And then just spend the afternoon in Hong Kong, fly back in the evening. So I think that's what I might do. Then get the ballot buy on stamp, and then I'm sorted for the year. The only kick is if you do need to go abroad. Like at the moment, I don't have that plan, but you never know what might come up. But the tourist visa, from what I've been hearing, isn't too bad if I was to carry on down that path. Yeah, but I wasn't expecting much out of this video, but I am wearing my Clark Air Base t-shirt, which we picked up in Roses, and Ray did point that out as well, the name of the place. Well done, Ray. Thanks for that. Because that souvenir shop is worth a look. I have seen it before, but I don't think it gets talked about. When you think of souvenirs, you straight away think of SM, Filipino Cultura. But Roses on the end there of Walking Street is also a good one. They got loads of t-shirts in there. So yeah, I like that Clark Air Base t-shirt. That was a good one. And then we did the single ladies drink. Now this was a bit of a flop because I think it's a good topic, but I just didn't do it right. Not in the rhythm. Back from Taiwan, it was raining, I think, or it had been raining, and I just didn't. Straight away when I finished, I knew it wasn't really up to standard, but so I didn't put it out that day. Normally I put stuff out straight away. That one I didn't. I thought I'll just redo it the next day, but then obviously it was raining, and I'd had a couple of beers the night before, so I was thinking it was just a bit too much to do that one again, and I kept changing my mind on the sequencing of this single lady drink and how to present it. So I thought I'd just try and edit it as best as possible and then just put it out. Yeah, I wasn't happy with that one. I think it could have been done better, and I think I'm going to pick that topic up in another video. The one that's obviously going to follow on from that is Walking Street prices. That's the obvious one to follow on there. How are we doing, guys? I've got some people watching or viewing. Feel free to say hi in the chat. Yeah, so that one will follow on with a bit of pricing. I did want to get into the single ladies drink because there's only 2 bars that do it, and from what I know, it used to be, common. And I think, as some people pointed out, it was the regular ladies drink, and what is today known as the regular ladies drink was the double. So times have changed, and obviously getting into pricing, that will be an interesting discussion, and where, what's caused the price rises and whatnot. So looking forward to that. Just hopefully we'll get it a bit better than that one. This one, again, it was torrential rain, and I thought, whatever, I'm just going to go and do it. I was planning to split these videos up because they're too long, puts people off. But at the same time, in the end, I thought, nah, I'll just keep the whole thing, and you can watch it in 2 times the speed, you can watch it in 3 times the speed. There's no point in me cutting bits out, and there's no point in me splitting that up into 2 parts, because there's nothing that really stands out. It's just a continuous walk, so it might as well stay in the same video, and then if people want to watch 10 minutes, they can watch 10 minutes. If they want to watch jump in the middle, there's a certain bit they can. So yeah, I had been thinking to cut these and keep them to maximum 20 minutes, to make them more manageable, but we'll see how it goes. At the moment, I think if it's just one walk, it just needs to be lumped into the same video. This one, just a short one, but I was pleased with the colours, and hopefully that's got us back into the rhythm of everything. I feel back into the rhythm, the pre-Taiwan spirit, and it's just a case of just keep moving forward with the channel. I got recognised yesterday when I was in one of the bars, first person to say, "Are you doing YouTube?" Yes. That was Brad. Well done, Brad. Let's have a look at some of these comments then that we had. Hopefully this is going to work. So that was a comment that we just talked about from Ray, pointing out stuff, and Ray's been a mainstay on all the videos, so thanks Ray for that. Pointing out a lot of useful information. As well, when I'm walking around, I tend to make mistakes because it recalls stuff wrong. So it's good to get those corrections and fill in that information so people who are watching also can see. This one, I think this is Ray again. I thought this was a good one. So this was on the food. I didn't know this. So Harley's Kentucky Group. So the Harley's in Balloy Beach, I had heard of that, haven't been there. So that restaurant is connected to that one. I didn't know about that, so good food and affordable. Shelby's, from what I understand, are doing food. Again, I haven't been there yet. Might be worth checking out. Oh, you also mentioned about the Rosa Hotel, which is now 544. And I didn't know, I had seen bits and pieces over the years on this Papa's Bar and Chill, but I don't know the story of what went on there. And a few comments have pointed out there was a story to be had. So if anyone knows it, please drop it in the comments. That'll be useful to know what was going on with that Papa's Bar and Chill. I thought this was a useful comment. Artes Cafe is good. Heard of it, but I haven't checked it out. So thanks for pointing that out. And it is Sunday today, so it says the Sunday lunch is good value. Let's see if I can move that down because that's blocking me. So Michael, thanks for that. I'll have to search on that one and maybe check it out. I haven't had a Sunday lunch in a while. You know what? That's another video, right? Where to get a Sunday lunch in Angeles. So thanks for pointing that out. This one, again on the singles ladies drink. So we were going around calling it a singles ladies drink, single and double. Whereas they just assume you want a double now. But a lot of people are not offering the single. So I think that's like the Wolfpack used to do a single. They don't do it anymore. And I think there's an element of the single lady drink is dead. And I think that's what I wanted to get across in the video. And was it, I think the promotion itself killed itself really. But there has been an element of prices being pushed up. So thanks guys. That was James, I think, with that comment. Thanks a lot. Thanks for the interaction. Let me just check if there's anything going on in the chat, if anyone wants to say hello, or if anyone's got any ideas for videos, feel free to say hi and add a comment in the chat. It's really odd because, like, when I look at YouTube Studio right now, it is showing me something that we talked about like 5 minutes ago in this chat. So I don't know how that works. If that's what you guys are seeing, if you're seeing what I'm seeing, I don't know. I'm just going to stay on for like a couple of minutes, just in case there's anyone wants to post a live question or suggest a video or suggest something for the channel, or just, yeah. Okay, great. Thanks for Pacific Explore. Thanks for pointing that out. Appreciate that you liked it. Yeah. It was a bit tricky to get that sorted, and I was thinking it wasn't going to get done. But are you, by the way, Pacific Explorer, are you hearing me talk right now, or are you seeing some kind of delay? If you are hearing me right now, then if you would just say, maybe confirm that you're hearing me right now. Because on what I'm watching on YouTube Studio has a lag of about, I don't know, 10 minutes. It's just ain't right what I'm seeing on YouTube Studio. But perhaps hopefully you're hearing me right, in real time. No, there is glitches with that AI, but hopefully it'll get better and we can put more videos. Yeah. So glad you liked that one. Yeah, so interesting, the history of the air base and that, and I find it all fascinating. So more than happy to look into anything related to that. Yeah, I'll just stay on the line. Okay, brilliant. I think you're hearing me in real time. I'm pretty sure. I don't know how to. Okay. So I'll just stay on for a bit longer, guys. If anyone happens to be on and wants to suggest a video, maybe some area that I'm not sure about, especially in Clark, because I was going to do, is it the Air Force Park? Is it called Air Force Park? I've got that on the list just to have a walk around, perhaps when the rain stopped. I've not really looked into that, but I mean, I've not been there before. I've driven past it, I've not walked around it, so that's going to be interesting for me. So what I've realized is there's several different types of videos, like ones where I haven't been, ones where I have been, and they take on a slightly different challenge. So that's one. But if you know any other places in Clark, guys, yeah, like that you could do a good walk around and that might be quite interesting. Like parade grounds, we can walk around, but perhaps there's limited to how many times you can actually do that. And then Air Force Park, I can definitely do that one. And then if there's any other places that I'm thinking along the main route in Clark, there's a lot of there's restaurants along there, but I'm not sure how easy or accessible that is. There's the road that turns off. There's the 5-star hotels as well around there. So great. Well, thanks for commenting, guys. Just going to hang around a little bit longer to see if anything pops up. I need to figure out how that YouTube Studio works, because that is showing me a huge lag. But yeah, I think we'll wrap it up there. That's the second London Sunday live, so I'm starting to get the hang of it, and hopefully we can schedule the next one. And then if people want to talk about some videos, got some questions, then they'll be prepared in advance and know when to hop on. So yeah, should be next Sunday, probably around 10 a.m, something like that. That's what we'll shoot for. I was planning to do it really early at like 6 a.m. So we'll wait and see. That was the original plan, but I'm not sure, because I am. Yesterday I had some classes that were on at 9 a.m. for physics teaching, which is why I didn't schedule it. But then the student cancelled, so I was able to hop on. All right, guys, brilliant. Thanks for watching. I'm going to end the stream now, and I'll see you in the next video.